Hello YouTube, Siegfried True Lane here with another Dragon Ball Legends video. I know there's been a lot of these, second year anniversary, And today, I want to kind of make a prediction. This is going to be a prediction video, okay? This isn't going to be any showcase. It's more just going to be a prediction video. The Zenkai 7 showcase of Trunks will come eventually. I'm debating if I want to do it in a future team or if I want to do it in the Legends team. But with that said, I want to kind of talk about, I think, a team that's going to be very quickly a Z-tier PvP team, and the best thing about it, a Z-tier PvP team that everybody can play. And that team I'm talking about is the Legends Road team that you can see here. Now, a big issue with Legends Road team, I think, is really their stats and their power levels. They're not very high. I mean, like, if you take a look at, you know, let's see, we'll take a look at characters real quick. If you take a look at them via their power level, you can kind of see that they don't go up too high. Excluding the two Zenkai units, we're gonna see if we can find our first. I mean, as you look at like some of these units, like these extreme units, actually have higher attack than the Legends Road units do. So let's see if we can find a first one. We should begin. Okay, there's Great Saiyaman right there. So we have our Great Saiyaman, who's coming in at 1.1 mil, almost 1.2 mil. We have, where's our next one at? We had to have missed it. Sorry. There's Piccolo up here. Is Piccolo, did I miss Piccolo? There's Piccolo at 1.17. There is our Gohan at 1.179. Okay, so so the Great Saiyaman's a little weaker, so we have Great Saiyaman, there's our Piccolo, there's our Gohan. That's our purple, yellow, and green. I think all we're looking at for now is there's the Red Goku. So yeah, if you look at their stats, I mean, like, they're below some really old units. I mean, even like some extremes are higher. This 6-star Turtles has higher attack than the 6-star Instant Transmission Goku. This 3-star Brawling Cheelai has more attack. So if you take a look, their power levels are much higher. Their stats really aren't there at the moment. I mean, that's really, really weak. So at the moment, they're not very strong stats-wise. But if you look at their way they work together, and let's just take a look at that. Let's just start with Piccolo here. If you look at their support stuff, so for example, his first ability is plus 35 damage to Regeneration or Legends Road for 25 timer counts. So if you have a full Legends Road team, he's going to give him 20% damage right there. Plus he's going to inflict all enemies with plus 30 damage received for 20 timer counts. And he's going to cancel all enemy attributes, upgrades. Okay. Then if you take a look down here, you have the... when he's defeated, he's going to give all of your allies 30% damage and increase direct draw speed. And then this Namekian Willpower is going to give 30%, when he goes to standby, he's going to give 30% blast damage and 30% ki recover for 15 timer counts. But more importantly, for Legends Road, it's going to give 30% to strike damage inflicted, and it's going to restore health by 5% up to 3 times. So, I mean, he's going to give 30% strike and 30% blast damage to your Legends Road characters and the ki recovery. So every time you switch him off, your entire team's gonna get stronger. This Goku here. So his main ability, I mean, doesn't really do much for the team. Just gives him increased damage, and his Vanis gauge restores itself. But here's Return. When he enters the battlefield, he's going to get a special arts card, he's going to get reduced damage, and he's going to get ki recovery. And when he goes, after a certain amount of time, he's going to get stronger. So this Goku actually doesn't really buff anyone, but he gets buffed. So I think when this Goku gets a Zenkai, I think we are going to see more support-ish adds on to him, like it was with Trunks. Because he seems a lot like Blue Trunks was when Blue Trunks came out originally. So I do expect to see some somewhat support on him when he gets Zenkai. As of now, he's not really good of a support. If we take a look at this Gohan here, he gets the increased damage to a special attack, including the chance to faint, and he gets Ki. And then right here we have he gets 15% damage per battle member and he enters in. And of course 50% blast damage per transforming warrior, which doesn't really matter. And then, he gets Ki recovers. This is another character, I think when he gets Zenkai'd, he'll probably get some more support abilities. Not very much of a support on this team. But I think when they get Zenkai'd, they're gonna, because they're more like built like Trunks was when Trunks came out. Trunks didn't really give anyone damage; he just gained damage. And this is where we get into stuff that's a little more important. Now we're gonna take a look at this the Goku. Sorry. We're taking a look at his first ability here. You can see he's gonna get 20% strike damage per defeated battle member, so he's going to be a last standing unit. And then he's gonna get the Ki recover, and there are 3 members. But if you take a look at these other abilities, he's going to get, when he switches off, his first ability gives 30 Ki and 20% damage to allies. So this is another character that actually had 0 support. But as you see here, he has this 20% damage support now. So now he's a support unit. And then, he has his own buffs when he comes in. So when you switch this guy out, you're going to buff your party. And when you bring him in, he's going to get stronger. Very important to add in because, for example, if you switch from Piccolo to him, Piccolo's going to buff him and he's going to buff himself. So this is what I'm meaning. When you take a look at this Zenkai Goku, which I need to finish, and I didn't really want to do co-op and finish it, but I will finish it next time it comes around, you can just see the difference here. And how he's, at Zenkai 3, he's going to be really good support, and Zenkai 7 is godly. And if you look at the tier list, he is godly. Now we're going to take a look at this Gohan here. This Gohan's very important because he is a support unit. He gives 20% strike damage for all allies for 20 timer counts. So his green card is going to buff your allies' strike damage. And then he's going to give 25% damage to your hybrid Saiyans. So Great Saiyaman, Gohan. Great Saiyaman, Trunks. And then we go down here. And again, we can see that change. I have a feeling that when he gets Zenkai, that's going to be add Legends Road to this. I just have a feeling Legends Road is going to be added to that main ability when he gets Zenkai. I think if you take a look at the special training, you can see that he buffs after a certain amount of timer counts. And then in Latent, when he enters the battle, he gains 15... he gives 20% damage to hybrid Saiyans and increases art draw speed. Again, I feel like this is going to be changed to include Legends Roads. Because if you take a look at every single, both the Goku and the Trunks, because we're taking a look at the Trunks now, you can notice that Trunks' first, level 3 ability, just like Goku's, is now a support ability. 10% strike damage inflicted by ally tag future attack Legends Road for 10 timer counts upon landing his strike arts, and then of course you have the blast damage as well. So you hit with these, not only does Gohan get the damage increase, but then he's also going to give the damage into his allies. So in short, you hit with Trunks, you switch over, and then you start attacking with a future or Legends Road, and they keep that buff for 10 timer counts, so as long as Trunks is off cooldown. I really see this team, because I have a strong feeling they're going to Zenkai everything on this team. And if you look like this Protected Warrior, 20% damage mitigation, he's really tanky at the beginning. And then after transformation, he does gain that tankiness back after 25 counts, as well as the 40% damage. We have 2 final standing characters, which is this Trunks, which gains 20% damage per deflect, total of 40% damage. He's honestly better than Goku when it comes to this. And then if Gohan's in there, he gains the minus the strike arts and the 50% Ki recovery. So I have a strong feeling. Now this is my prediction. I went over slightly went over the units. This is my prediction. My prediction is that they are going to Zenkai all these units. I believe the next one should be the Great Saiyaman, because if I remember correctly, it went Yellow Goku, Transforming Trunks, Great Saiyaman, I think Instant Transmission Goku, then Piccolo, and then Green Gohan. If I remember the order, that's the order, which means our next unit that should be getting Legendary Road unit that should be getting a Zenkai should be the Great Saiyaman. And when that happens, we'll have more of an understanding of just what is going to be happening with this setup. But as you can see, they have full color, and if they continue this trend of buffing each other, like, this is going to be a really powerful free-to-play team. And one thing to say about Trunks here, like, let's just take a look at this Trunks, okay? So right now, when you take a look at Trunks, he's not very high up on the list. He's right down here at Zenkai 7. Okay, we're going to find our first transforming unit here, because that's going to be what's really important. Okay, look at this. Okay, so when this Gogeta transforms, his power level goes to 1499. As you can see, almost 1500. His blast attack, because he's mainly blast attack, goes to 274. So he goes to almost 1500. Almost 1500. This Vegeta, when he transforms, he goes to 1475. His strike attack goes to 281. And the next one I want to look at is our Vegito, because base Vegito is unbelievably amazing. Oh, here's this guy. When he transforms, he goes to 1419. Again, he's not fully done, so you mean, like, that's going to be probably different. Where's our base Vegito at? Okay, here we go. Here's this man here. 1384. Again, when they're fully 14 stars, it is going to change. But you guys kind of see it. Like, the highest one we have is this Gogeta here, and it gets to about 1499. Just less than 500 short of 15,000. Now let's take a look at this Trunks. When this Trunks transforms, he hits 15. How he hits 1.5 mil. I mean, like, he is a good 1,000 over that Gogeta. And that Gogeta is almost done. That Gogeta might hit 1.5 mil when he's 14 starred. He's almost 14 starred. But this Trunks, like, look at that strike attack. Almost 300,000 strike attack before all the buffs he's going to get. And you got to remember that he's going to gain 10% of strike damage whenever he hits with a strike attack. On top of getting all these buffs as well, getting the 20% damage after 10 timer counts, and the 30% strike damage from Gohan. I mean, like, he's like, that 1.5 million is not even including all the buffs he gets. And I think a very important part of this system that I think people are going to need to understand, that's going to make I think this team probably the best, if they Zenkai Awaken every single Legends Road unit, which they should. I think it would make Legends Road the best PvP team. Because not only are they going to have, is it going to be a really good switch to keep your characters buffed up. I mean, you're in Trunks, you get a strike, you switch over to Gohan, do some damage, switch over to whoever, Goku or Great Saiyaman or Piccolo, do more damage, switch back, and you just continue up that switching. I mean, they're going to be those buffs are going to be rolling. And then the one thing that's going to be very important for this team that is going to be unlike any other team is going to be the Zenkai ability. That is going to be a flat increase to all of your units, which means, like, let's just say 30% are going to be attack buffers and 30% are 30% will be 25% for each stat and 30% 20 for each stat. Sorry, 50%. 50%, 25%, a 25% addition per stat, and 50% of the Zenkai units will be 20% for the stat. So in other words, you're going to have 25% strike attack from 3 different units and 20% strike attack from 3 other units. You're going to get a total of 135% on each single stat for these units. And that's just going to go across the board. Every single unit is going to have that extra 135% per stat on top of their base Z abilities being at max. So in other words, this Trunks alone is going to be giving you 32 plus 25% to strike attack. And if you take a look at that, That's a total of 57% to your strike attack, just from him alone. If we take a look at this Goku here, which again, I wish I had Zenkai'd him totally, now that I know how much it's worth. I mean, he's going to be in 35% to strike and blast defense, so he's going to make your characters tanky. And then he's going to be giving, let's go ahead and do this max actually. Then he's going to be actually giving, you know, again, here you go, see 25% strike attack and strike defense. So you're going to have double defense with him. Yeah, let me do this very quick. To make this easier. Legends Road, okay. You have double defense with Kid Goku, which, what is it again? What's the highest one again? Is it 35%? 35% double defense with him. I think, what is it, 38% strike attack? Oh, 32% strike attack with the Trunks. This Gohan's going to have, one second, another strike defense here. There's 2% strike defense there. This Goku is going to be blast defense. Okay, so there, right there, you're gonna have your double defenses with Kid Goku. Then you have an extra defense on each with these guys. Piccolo is. Do I need to? No, I don't need to actually. Because I have okay. Piccolo's gonna be another blast defense. Great Saiyaman is going to be blast attack. And then this, I forgot about this Gotenks. And this Gotenks is strike defense. So I mean, we're looking at actually did Gotenks come out? I forget Gotenks is on this team. Maybe Gotenks came out before Gohan. I'm not sure. But as you can see, you have, you know, the double defense from Kid Goku, the strike attack, and the blast attack from Trunks and from the Great Saiyaman, and then you have more defenses from the rest of the team. So you're going to have a very defensive team, but then you're also going to have all those attack buffs. It's going to be an insane team in the end. I really hope that they end up Zenkaiing all the units. I hate the Zenkai system. Not because I have to grind it. I don't mind grinding it. I think the Legends Road Zenkai systems, I like that. I think it's a fair system. But I hate the Zenkai systems for paid units. I think that paid unit Zenkai systems is a very, very poor decision. I'm really disgusted by every single YouTuber who actually showcases it. Everybody knows we hate that Zenkai system. The YouTubers know we hate the Zenkai system. The YouTubers even complained about the Zenkai system, yet they turn around and showcase it. And I will always watch their content. I'll be subscribed to them, and I really like them as YouTubers. Don't get me wrong. But I really wish that they would come together with that system and be like, no, as the big voice for this game, we're going to not support the Zenkai system. But the free, again, and that's the paid Zenkai system. I wouldn't mind if they made the Zenkai system for like Cooler and all those other units something that was grindable, which I have a feeling, I mean, I'm not really going hard in the Zenkais because I have a strong feeling that it is going to become a grindable situation eventually. I think it's going to be just like the Z-Souls, so this is the Z-Power, just like the Z-Power, just like the equipment erasing things. They started as a pay only. I have a feeling that Zenkais will eventually turn to a farming only, because if they keep the Zenkai system a pay to win only, you are going to see this game die. I mean, it's going to die. Because just imagine, in, say, a year, 3rd year anniversary, and you have maybe Zenkai Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Zenkai Beerus on a God team. Not only would that Zenkai Goku be buffing Blue Vegito, making him even stronger, and I would say him because he's the one that's going to be replaced, but then you're also going to have him himself, and as you can see with Beerus, it's ridiculously not fun to fight. And I know a lot of people think that they're doing it just to the old units, but the fact is they did to Cooler. Cooler is one of the newer units. And so if they Zenkai Cooler, they could just end up Zenkaiing another hype unit. They could end up Zenkaiing, you know, Blue Vegeta. He's already powerful enough as it is. Or they could, I mean, the Blue Broly is pretty powerful and he's Zenkai 7. They could end up Zenkaiing Bojack. Or Zenkaiing the, you know, yellow Super Saiyan transforming Gohan. The fact is, they could Zenkai units that are... They could Zenkai transforming Vegito. Just think about it. Think if they Zenkai the transforming Vegito. People would buy that. I would probably go deep in that one, to be honest. I'm not going to lie about that, because Vegito is my favorite character in this game. In Dragon Ball at all. But if they Zenkai'd him, just imagine him at Zenkai 7, dude. He's already powerful enough as it is. Zenkai 7, it's going to be completely unfair. They Zenkai Kid Buu. So, I think it's really important that we realize early on that the Zenkai system for paid units is a bunch of crap, and they need to create a free-to-play option for everyone who's free-to-play. I'm not free-to-play, so I'm not some free-to-player, you know, bitching about it because I'm free-to-play. I'm not. But I don't want to spend money just to buff up an old unit. I don't want to do that. This Zenkai system, is it grindy? Yeah. Rough? Yeah. But it's doable. And I did it in a couple days. I'm done with it. And there's no reason that Legends cannot implement a free grinding way to Zenkai your characters. I mean, the fact is, you already have to freaking grind to Zenkai them anyways because you have to get the souls. There's no reason they couldn't add in a free way to Zenkai, get the Zenkai power. If Dokkan does free EZAs, no excuse. So, again, this started off as a prediction video to complaining about Zenkais, but guys, I'm sorry, I really hate the Zenkai systems. I love the Legends of Zenkai system. I think it's great. I really hope that this team gets fully Zenkai'd. I hope that they can go in and they can compete with, and I hope they just shut down every single paid Zenkai. I hope every single person, I hope this team gets fully Zenkai'd, and that when they are done, every single person who paid to have their characters Zenkai to 7 gets shut down by this team. Because, and you know, if you guys have decided to Zenkai you into 7 stars, to 7 Zenkai that you had to actually pay for, just remember one thing. Yes, it gave you a very powerful unit that you paid to do. And I've done the math. It's about $400, by the way. If you, unless you do it only when you have cells, for 40 Chrono Crystals, for 2,000 Chrono Crystals is about $40. And as the trajectory about 21,000 to fully Zenkai, we're going to do that at 20,000, which means you take that $40, you times it by 10, it's $400. You paid $400 to make an old character stronger. That's not the same. I mean, honestly, it's more understandable. Like $400 to pull like a bunch of Vegeta Blues makes sense. He's a hype character. $400 to make Brawly stronger or Beerus stronger doesn't make sense. That's why I will not support the Zenkai system. That's why I really think it's a trash system, and I wish other people would not support it, because it's $400. $400 just to give you an edge in PvP. And again, I wouldn't mind if that was a fast track option, but it's the only option. So hopefully down the road we'll see all Zenkais have some type of free-to-play grind you can do. This is hopefully, maybe this is just like their way of testing out the water. Who knows? We'll know more if the Super Saiyan Bardock gets Zenkai'd. We'll know more. If they release him and they release this type of Zenkai system for him, I just want to say this right now, Bandai, if you do that, if you release Super Saiyan Bardock Zenkai and you create a free-to-play grind, just like you did it for this Trunks and just for the Goku, I will really come back to this game more heartily. There are still some things I think you should fix, but that would be definitely a major step in the right direction of how to properly run this game so that your whales are still going to whale, because whales are going to whale, but your free-to-play players don't get, don't end up quitting because they get bored. Because let's be honest, there's not very much PvE content in this. There's not much soloing content. It's mostly PvP. And I'm going to make another video of some ideas I would love to see implemented in Dragon Ball Legends, but we're going to leave this video at this one, guys. Again, I really think that I think they're going to Zenkai this whole team, and when they Zenkai this whole team, I have a very strong feeling it's going to be the strongest team in the game, just because of the crazy synergy it's going to have. I mean, we're going to have units constantly buffing each other. It's going to be nothing but non-stop buffs rolling around. But with that said, what do you guys think? Leave your comments in, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think it's going to be one of the strongest teams? Or do you think that I'm just overestimating on what these teams will be like? Again, we'll know more when the Trunks is updated on the SP tier list on the Dragon Ball Legends tiers. With that said, guys, this is Siegfried2Lane signing out, and I will see you guys in the next video where I will talk about things I want to see added to Dragon Ball Legends that make it a lot more, to increase its playability. With that said, see you later.